Today, we are members of Group 2, and we are an advertising agency representing Sweetfire. The members of this group include myself, Sheldon, Cayetano, Tianna Samuel, Phaedra Williams, and Liana Webster. At the time of this recording, Tianna Samuel is not with us due to medical illness. All right, so Sweetfire is a Jamaican product. It is a hot sauce, and it is created specifically with health conscious and environmentally conscious individuals in mind. It is available to a wide target audience, and so the barrier to enter the market is low. Therefore, there will be more opportunities than in advertising this product. Or Plan, as the advertising agency, has attainable objectives, and the campaign strategy uses a variety of marketing tools that will ensure that as many people as possible will see, hear, and purchase the product. We will utilize radio, television, social media, and print, which will include newspaper, and of course, billboards. These will be used to accurately capture a target audience. Our campaign also features a realistic and cost-effective budget, and it will adequately be evaluated using mixed methods, which will feature two surveys. One will be at the midpoint of our campaign, and the other at the end of 2021. The timeline for this campaign will run for approximately 6 months. And so let's start with our situational analysis.
The situational analysis consists of our SWOT analysis, key advertising problems, and pestle analysis. Beginning with the SWOT analysis, we can look at the strengths of Sweetfire hot sauce. Sweetfire, firstly, could potentially have a very strong advertising rollout. The product is cost efficient, all natural, and environmentally friendly. In addition, considering the quarantine restrictions, there is a wider audience to target with everyone staying at home and cooking. The weaknesses of Sweetfire include the newness of the brand, because the product is unknown to its target audience. The opportunities of Sweetfire lie at the supermarket, where there may be an offering of more variety of flavor options. Upcycled packaging of products as well is used to suit an environmentally conscious consumer. Sweetfire's threats include the coronavirus pandemic, which has affected all of Jamaica negatively for most of this year. In addition, there is a strong local competition for Sweetfire from various other brands in terms of flavor options, pricing, and brand recognition. The key advertising problems for Sweetfire lie in two places. Firstly, Sweetfire needs communication support as a new brand. And secondly, there's little to no opportunity for in-person advertising as well as public physical launch due to the pandemic, limiting movement. The pestle analysis looks at different points. Firstly, politics. Politically, due to the global pandemic, Sweetfire will be unable to trade regionally or internationally with existing trade restrictions. The fiscal policy will also be affected due to the pandemic because the government of Jamaica would be adjusting its expenditure, which will influence the nation's economy. From an economic standpoint, the disposable income of consumers will be mostly going towards expenses such as grocery items considered vital for survival. It's consistent with travel restrictions and other COVID-19 protocols. This income is limited with its increased taxes added to prices when consumers buy from supermarkets, as well as the launch of Sweetfire is during an economic downturn where the exchange rate is fluctuating and inflation is on the horizon. Socially, this brand aims to become a household name over time and contains all natural ingredients for health-conscious consumers. From a technological standpoint, our team will be working with Sweetfire to use various methods of communication with for their target audience. Initially, the main mode of distribution will be through supermarkets, as discussed before, for mass availability to the public. Environmentally, Sweetfire uses recycled material that is upcycled to create their packaging. This contributes to environmental consciousness within Jamaicans and reduces their carbon footprint. Lastly, from legal perspective, this brand has high standards for health and safety of the space and its employees. The Sweetfire brand name has also been copyrighted by the owner.
So moving on to our key strategic campaign decisions. We'll be targeting individuals ages 15 to 40 during our campaign. We specifically this age range because at age 15, we believe individuals will be already conscious of their levels of spice tolerance, and also they'll be convinced their parents or parental comfort to purchase this product. And by the age of 50, we would have hoped that majority of individuals would have started a family. Also, we will be targeting, of course, individuals who have spicy foods and individuals who are as well as environmentally conscious. The objectives of our strategy is to increase the overall sales by the end of the campaign using social media and traditional media, and this be at the 20% by the end, which is May 2021, to raise awareness about our brand and product offerings by 25%, of course, by the end, which is May 2021, maintain an 80% cutting for campaign period to target in over 1,500 new consumers to purchase our products by May 2021, and part 7, popular local restaurants and supermarkets by May 2021, and to increase our consumer education about the health and environmental benefits of Sweetfire products by 50% by May 2021. The positioning of Sweetfire is a very particular one. They will operate as the healthier alternatives. The products are made from natural ingredients and do not contain any additives or preservatives. The products are cost effective as it will be going for less than that of majority of our major competitors, and this will give the company a competitive advantage. Sweetfire features a variety of flavors. This will give individuals more options to choose from, and it will therefore appeal to a greater audience with individuals of varying spice tolerances. Our products are Jamaican produced, and therefore they're sourced and manufactured locally, as well as the company and its employees are all Jamaican. Sweetfire will operate as an environmentally friendly brand, and its packaging is made from recycled material that has been recycled to make the product again. Now, Sweetfire will be using marketing communication tools such as email newsletters. So monthly, newsletters will be sent to consumers during our 6-month campaign. This will be used to bring updates to cut on products and its use. This will also have to build a lasting relationship with customers throughout regular communication and high-value information. We'll be using social media, which will feature periodic posts through our social media, which will be Instagram and Twitter, and this will be used to maintain engagement with customers and to gain traction as well as to introduce new customers to the brand. We'll be featuring on traditional advertising. We'll be using radio, television, and in print. Print will include newspapers and billboards, and this will be done throughout the 6-month period. We'll be also utilizing sales promotion mechanisms. At the end of the campaign, 5% of it, we recommend 5% of the total revenue being donated to NEPA to aid environmental research. This will bring good PR to the company as they operate as an environmentally conscious brand. Email newsletters will also include discount and coupon codes to encourage individuals to purchase. First, we'll be competing with major brands such as Brace and Walkers. The packaging of the product is made from recycled material that has been upcycled, and therefore Sweetfire is healthy for the individual and the environment. It is a local brand, and therefore consumers will be supporting a local brand. Therefore, buy Jamaica, build Jamaica. Phaedra.
We will jump right into the objectives. Firstly is the creation of advertisements that embody the brand message and resonate with Sweetfire's target audience. We want to build a connection with the audience so that they will choose the brand over its competitors. That's kind of rallying on brand loyalty. Secondly, we want to have 4,000 followers by the end of the campaign. That's across both social media platforms. And of course, we want the following to be local since it is a local brand. We also want to create ads that will prompt consumers to purchase the hot sauce at local supermarkets, which increases sales. Additionally, we want influencers and celebrities to promote the hot sauce to gain brand recognition. And this will be done throughout the campaign. We also want to launch a social media challenge, which should be done within the first 2 months of the campaign. And this is really to prompt sales and, of course, help with brand recognition. And lastly, we want an interactive and engaging social media platform. So we want to hear what the consumers of the product have to say, which is an edge because you're a smaller company, so you have the time to focus on your consumers. For media selection, we have a wide target audience. So we have young to middle-aged persons. As such, we decided to utilize both traditional and new media. For traditional media, we will be focusing on television, radio, and print. As such, we decided to partner with the following media outlets: Television Jamaica to feature TV ads, radio ads on Mellow FM and RJR, and print ads in the Jamaica Observer and Gleaner. We also utilize the peak hours to stream these ads. So for radio, we chose early mornings and late afternoon. For television, we chose a midday to night because that's when most people are active on television and you'll get a wider range there. Social media, we mainly chose early mornings and night because those are the hours that, as I said before, persons are active on social media.
For message strategy, I'll be doing that part for Tianna. Like I said, she is unavoidably absent at the moment. So, Fire will be utilizing soft sell technique as a brand. So we think it's a reputation. The aim is to build a long-lasting relationship with a good few months. So the brand is aiming for loyalty rather than sales. So this is critical, especially in a time where sales, of course, are due to the coronavirus pandemic and people are making, of course, more home-cooked meals. Having a frank client at this point in time will prove more useful in convincing to use the product in a market already flooded with hot sauces. The selling premise of Sweetfire is that consumers will have a sauce that is flavorful and offers a variety of flavors and cater to different spice tolerances. So therefore, this will allow everyone to enjoy the product. It's made from ingredients, so therefore there is full transparency regarding what the individuals are eating. It is also fully local, as though it's Jamaican produced, and so consumers will be supporting a local business, and the packaging is made from recycled material that is recycled to create plastic. The big idea for Sweetfire is for varying ages and spice tolerances, and Sweetfire has a variety of flavors to choose from. Now, we have a copy of the print ad that will feature our slogan and logo, the headline, which will be full of flavor, full of heat, a sub-headline for every kind of food that needs a little flavor, and it also includes a body that will speak about the competitive advantage of the brand, which will be natural ingredients, its flavors, as well as prompting individuals to pick up a bottle of your favorite Sweetfire sauce. So we have a copy of our video and as well flyers, billboards, and our logo is there. So of social media. So, Authority Advertising Agency will be launching a social media campaign on behalf of Sweetfire, and this is the hashtag Sweetfire Challenge. This is where consumers are challenged to post a picture of themselves using the Sweetfire. So everybody sees that they choose from, and then they're going to give a short caption as to why they love Sweetfire and what it is they use it for. So this is that 2 months after the campaign launch, lasts for approximately 2 weeks after, there will be a Wednesdays and Fridays challenge. Now, an example of our Instagram post and Twitter post as well. The author is like TC, and we have a storyboard, a short 30-second advertisement here, parts 1 and 2. And so afterwards, we will on campaign management.
And our purpose of this campaign is to increase the overall awareness of the new brand and its product offerings as a viable alternative to already existing major brands such as Grace and Walker's Wood. Right after campaign management comes the evaluation. And to determine whether or not a campaign launch has been successful and has achieved the stated objectives, an evaluation method has to be implemented. We intend for the Sweetfire campaign launch to last 6 months. So it will commence on December 2020 through to May 2021. And in an effort to evaluate the level of reception from our target audience, which are individuals ages 15 to 40, goal-based, process-based, and outcome-based evaluations will be conducted. So, our first method of evaluation includes the use of surveys. In the middle of the campaign, which will be the month of March, pop-up shops will be set up at different outlets where potential customers will be prompted to complete a survey. In this first survey, questions like how did you hear about our product? What do you think of when Sweetfire comes to mind? Have you ever tried Sweetfire's products? Can you recall the last time you used our products? And so on will be asked. Each customer that completes their survey will be given a 10% discount off their product purchase. By using this method, we intend to evaluate the brand awareness of the new product and the preferred flavor of individuals, as well as to gauge whether or not the campaign will meet the targets. A last evaluation will be done at the end of the campaign in May of 2021 to show whether or not the campaign was a success and met the proposed targets and objectives that were stated. Seeing that we are a new brand, in an effort to evaluate the activity on our social media and an analysis of the activity insights on the Sweetfire brand Instagram page will be conducted at the beginning of the campaign and the end to measure the degree of social media interactivity gained throughout the process of the campaign launch. Now we will speak on the budget. For this campaign launch, we were given a budget of $20 million and we utilized $19,621,000. Now I will list in ascending order by cost the items that were needed for this campaign to be successful. First, we have television advertisements, and which total comes up to $8,500,000. Right after that, we have radio advertisements, and that total is $8,800,000. Then we have event sponsorships, $1 million. Other sponsorships like schools and local talk shows, standing at $200,000. Then we have billboard advertisements standing at a $135,000. Newspaper advertisements, which was at $230,850. And lastly, Instagram advertisements, which stood at $700,056.
So in conclusion, we'll reiterate that Sweetfire is a Jamaican brand. Strictly Jamaican. They are supporting Jamaica. By Jamaica, they're Jamaica. It is an environmentally friendly, brand new, and so therefore, the company will need a lot of advertising support to get the word out there and also to get people interested in buying the product. And so therefore, we're going to be using marketing and communication tools such as advertising on social media, including newspaper and billboards on radio and on television, of course, or budget will fit into the budget that we've been given, which is 20 million. We'll be advertising on radio and TV, and we'll be advertising in the peak times just to make sure individuals, of course, will see this ad, and of course, the more you see, the greater the possibility of them buying the product. The campaign is realistic. It will last, of course, for 6 months. We'll be competing in 6 months with Grace and Walker's Wood, and they are leaders in this particular market. And so we'll be bringing lower prices to make sure that we're able to catch consumers, those who are willing to change, those who shop personally based on price and quality. And so we're offering as well different flavors just to make sure that individuals who are varying spice tolerances and varying tastes will also be able to appreciate what Sweet offers. We'll be making sure that we evaluate the campaign and for Sweet Fire to make sure that this is a success. We'll be evaluating twice. The campaign in March, because it will run from December to May of the following year, and the final evaluation will be done at the end. To reiterate, the one in March will be done today, so the progress of the campaign is going, and then the one in May will be to be able to run as the campaign was a